Hey guys, what's up? It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. So obviously today's video, as the title says, is going to be covering Atkins meal plans. So I was surfing around on the internet today and, like always, checking out not the competition but the other people out there, yes, the competition for weight loss and stuff like that. But I wanted to clarify some things. I see a lot of people covering, what foods to eat and what are acceptable Atkins necessities, when you're going on to the food halls or whatever, and they're like, these are the foods that you need, these are the foods that are going to get you through it, and they don't give you shit for information. Like, seriously, like, you cannot be able to just eat meat and cheese and think everything's going to be cool, because that's not how it works. So I'm here to hopefully clarify all of your questions and give you a better idea of exactly what all this means. Without further ado, let's go check it out. Okay, so here we have our actual foods, and these are not going to be everything that you're going to need throughout the week, but this is going to be at least one of everything that you're going to need throughout the week. So you have to remember, yes, you're not only going to eat one can of tuna throughout the whole week, and you're not only going to eat one avocado, but these are the entire types of foods that you're going to eat. This is going to be at least one of everything that you're going to have this week. So I think it's important that you know exactly what that means. So I was watching a lot of videos, and a lot of people are under the impression or saying, oh, you could just get some chicken and you can get some lettuce and tons of eggs and just start eating and eating and eating. No, that's going to end in failure. And why that's going to end in failure is because a lot of us got overweight because we don't know anything about portions. We don't know anything about what times to eat. We don't know anything about what foods to eat. Because, yes, eggs are a fundamental part of Atkins, absolutely, and proteins as such. But if you literally woke up and ate eggs all day, morning to night, you are not going to see the results that you're looking for. That being said, this is actually just a quick tip of what I suggest not getting. And the reason I say that, the reason I will say get rid of that, is because if you're a snacker, you're going to be more susceptible to going to the fridge and snacking on, just a quick handful of cheese, a handful of cheese. If you get the block, you actually have to physically go in there, cut the block and this and that, and it's a lot less likely. So get the block. I would prefer you get the block, then you get a 1" by 1" square with your servings, and then or a 1 ounce serving. That way you know exactly what you're supposed to be eating. You're not just guessing. You're like, oh, it's time for cheese, and you just eat the whole bag of freaking cheese. That's just a horrible idea. So do not do that. I would say get rid of that immediately. The next thing that I wanted to cover is the groupings of the foods and what amounts. And now this is just simply one plan. They have many plans. There's many plans out there. There's many plans you can follow. I will be creating my own meal plan soon, and you can follow that. It's a very, very diverse type of plan. You don't have to think, oh my gosh, I can only eat roast beef and romaine lettuce and I'm gonna go crazy because I can't eat that all the time. I'll show you what I eat, and I'll group it up better for you to be able to help you understand how diverse this actually is and how you're not gonna starve at all. So without further ado, okay, so meal 1 for the day of the 7-day stretch, or a 1-day stretch, or whatever, a month stretch. I can literally eat the same exact meals every single day for a month or 6 months. And the reason I do that is because I become more comfortable with knowing what is coming up. The more you do something, the better you get at it, and the way I like to think of it is the less you will screw up. So if it's lunchtime, you know exactly after a week what you're supposed to be having. So to add clarity to what a meal plan looks like, this is meal 1 of the day. So first of all, you're going to have 2 large eggs. You're going to have 2 slices of bacon. you're going to have 1 medium aroma tomato. I like aroma tomatoes. Eat whatever tomato you like. And then roughly about an ounce of cheese. 1 ounce is literally 1 inch by 1 inch. That's it. Okay, about 2-3 hours later, this is going to be your first snack. It's literally simple. 2 celery stalks, 2 tablespoons of ranch dressing or dressing of your choice. Now you don't have to get them in this package. It is a little bit more expensive, but I will say it doesn't come all long and drawn out where you have to cut the ends off and you have to clean it so much. It's just a neater, more efficient, faster way of doing things. Okay, so now we're on to lunchtime. Obviously it is mine and Heather's favorite meal of the day as far as this actual plan. It is 1.5 celery stalks, 2 tablespoons of mayo, not Miracle Whip, which has carbohydrates. You want to stay away from that. 1 can of tuna and a 1/2 cup of red or whatever color bell peppers you would like. Now mix that all up, and if you would like to, add salt, pepper, seasonings. Just make sure those seasonings don't have any extra added carbs or sugar. Okay, a few hours later we have our second snack. Snack number 2 right before supper. So we again have 1 celery stalk and 2 tablespoons or roughly 1 ounce of cheese. Now you're probably thinking, John, that's a lot of freaking celery in one day. You're right, it is. And the reason I do that is because I don't like to waste food. I don't have the money to waste food. If you have the ability to, you know, spend a couple extra bucks or whatever, which is very common, you should not feel guilty about that. Feel free to switch them up and do different snacks and lunches and stuff like that. I do this designed so that I use the most of each individual item as I can before it has to be thrown away. So I did celery stalks literally all in one day. Usually I go through about a pack of these in one day, and that's perfectly fine. They're only like $1.50, no big deal. Okay, you made it all the way to the end of the day. So I will say this is by far one of my favorite dinners. And I think the reason it is because it makes you feel like you're kind of eating a normal meal. It's a little bit messier, so make sure you grab a napkin. But it's definitely one of my favorite dinners. So you're actually going to have 1 ounce of cheddar cheese or whatever cheese you want, 1 romaine lettuce leaf, and I know my lettuce looks really sad. It's like frowning right there. I apologize. 1 5-ounce hamburger patty, and be careful when you're getting your patties because some of the really super cheap ones, like the $6 packs, they definitely have like 4 or 5 carbs. So if it says seasoned beef patties or something like that, don't do it. Go for the ground beef patties, the ones that are actually called meat and something else, not something else. 1 tomato and half of an avocado, half of a Hass avocado. Don't cheat yourself and get the little tiny ones. Get the large Hass avocados. This is a nice, good, healthy fat for you to enjoy. Okay guys, hopefully that cleared up a lot of questions for you. I know when I started the Atkins, or when I started a low carb regimen, it was definitely very frustrating. I was like, you know, I kind of didn't know if I was supposed to go to the keto and lots of fat, lots of protein, not a lot of vegetables, or what it was and what it actually entailed. Was it certain amounts of these? So I think I gave you a pretty good basic understanding of exactly what you're supposed to be doing. I will say portions matter. Also, foundation vegetables, they matter because of the fiber content. Proteins, they matter for healthy muscle function and being able to just regulate your body as a whole. I will also say that times matter. Times are extremely important because you're resetting your metabolism to something that you're probably not used to. A lot of us get all out of whack and we get super busy during the day, and then at the end of the day we gorge ourselves, and that's really, really unhealthy because you need to tell your body every few hours, hey, there's a plethora of food, don't worry, just get rid of the waste. And why you eat the vegetables and the fiber is because that aids with you getting rid of the waste. Hence the reason you eat them. So, that being said, I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope it cleared up a lot of issues with understanding meal plans and such like that. I will say that I definitely ate that exact meal plan for a whole month without any issues whatsoever, and I saw lots of results. I think I lost like 25 pounds that month. So, super easy, it's super basic. Don't overthink it, just make sure you're worried about your portions. If you do find yourself hungry, a lot of the females that do this, I've noticed, have a hard time maybe consuming that much food, but do your best. If you can't, make sure you are getting as much as you can of all those, and make sure you're taking like a daily multivitamin and stuff like that. But also, if you're a guy or you're heavy exercise or whatever, or you're craving carbs, you're not just craving carbs, that's more of a bad habit dying hard. Trust me, it's not that. Because if you go to the store and you grab some meat and cheese and make some roll-ups, you're gonna be fine. You'll get through to the next meal, it'll be perfectly fine. If you find yourself getting way too hungry because you're doing way too much exercise, maybe try backing off on the exercise just a little bit. And I know I'm all about go, 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 but I will say, if it's too rough for you and you're having a hard time controlling your hunger and everything, please do yourself a favor and make sure that you don't push the exercise so hard that you're ravenously hungry all the time. Maybe get a few pounds down, reintroduce that more exercise. I will say, stay active, drink lots of water. If you find yourself getting in the position to where you are getting like the keto flu or anything like that, which I've never personally got, but I know a lot of people get in this thing where this slump where they are lacking energy. I will show you at the end of this video what I like to use if I lack energy, and also the things that I use for my coffee. If you guys liked our videos, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And always be stronger than your excuses. Hashtag be stronger than your excuses. And remember to spread love, not hate. Peace. Okay, just like I talked real quick about the chicken bouillon cubes. Apparently I can't talk today. Okay, so if you're extremely sensitive to sugar alcohols and stuff like that, if it kicks you out of keto, be careful not to use them. I will say, a lot of people tell me all the time, they're like, oh, well, you're just, teaching this and you're done with the Atkins and you don't really follow a low carb regimen and you probably don't have to eat right anymore or whatever. I get all kinds of crap people say. I delete most of the comments on YouTube because I'm not here for negativity. I'm here to raise people up and be positive. So just so you know, to debunk all that, that's my ketosis. Hopefully you can see that. That's my ketosis level right now. If you can see, you probably can't see, but it's a dark purple. So it's like second to the last on the actual scale. So I'm pretty full on keto right now. The next thing is sugar-free. I use this Tarani and I just started using it. It does not kick me out of ketosis. I use about a tablespoon with my coffee in the morning. And also, I am a coffee drinker, so that's why I'm covering these tips real quick. Heavy whipping cream, rather than like French vanilla or anything like that. This actually has less than 1 carb and less than 1 sugar. I use about 2 to 3 tablespoons once in the morning. Keeps me fine on keto. And that being said, I also use one more thing. I like my coffee in the morning, I'm not gonna lie. I also use one more thing, and it is 1 package of Sweet and Low. You can use whatever those natural sugars are. I don't really steer from Sweet and Low. It's just been a staple for many, many years, and it seems to do fine with this change of lifestyle. Again, you guys, if you're new here, please go check out our Facebook group, Healthy Living for a Healthy Life, and remember to spread love, not hate. Peace. Have a beautiful day.